And what a great thing to take the kids to. If you want more information, fpp.org. Enjoy the show. When we come back, Glenn's going to be in the kitchen with Druxy's Vice President of Marketing, Peter Druxerman. Wow. Good on you.
I know, so yeah, no. Welcome back to the show. With me today is Druxy's Vice President of Marketing, Peter Druxerman. Welcome.
Very good. Welcome.
Yeah, so it's like, so Druxy's is one of my favorite places to go for sandwiches. I love is the cooked meat or the
smoked meat, roast beef.
Yes, love that. So you're doing a whole lot more right now with Druxy's, right? It's more about different sandwiches and all that kind of thing, right?
Well, we've gone beyond sandwiches. We do salads. We do everything's customized, design your own, we call the program. And we allow people to put any of the toppings that we can think of on their sandwiches or on a salad.
That's amazing. Now, how did Druxy's get started and how long? You've been around for like over 30 years, I think.
34 years.
Wow, a real success story.
Started in October 1976. Our family, when we grew up in Winnipeg, loved on Sundays to have corned beef, roast beef, hot dogs, coleslaw, potato salad. And when an opportunity arose, in Royal Bank Plaza, my brother Bruce decided let's put a deli in there, fast food, and have all the fresh food in front of the customers.
Right.
So they could choose what they wanted to be put on their sandwiches.
So you were like, yeah, you were before all of these submarine shops.
Long before.
Long before that. You were actually creating that make your own sandwich for years, right?
Exactly.
How many stores do you have now?
We have 51.
Wow. Yay, good success story.
Thank you.
So yeah, so normal like the Druxy's of say 5 years ago, you'd go and you had your sandwich choice, right? You could pick whatever sandwich you wanted and whatever toppings you want. So now you're actually bringing on a whole new thing. So talk to us about what's happening.
Well, what we're doing with our sandwiches now is rather than saying we have a corned beef or a roast beef,
right?
We say choose your bread, and we have 11 varieties of bread that you can see here, from a challah to a multigrain to a caraway rye. Then you choose your protein, which we have 11, roast beef, corned beef, smoked meat, turkey, tuna, salmon. And then choose your vegetables, which we have 40 different vegetables, and we just have a smattering here of the very varieties. And then your sauces, assemble your sandwich, and away you go.
You know, you also do an amazing killer chicken noodle soup. Do you still do that chicken noodle soup?
Oh, very much so.
Oh, it's a killer. It's wonderful. If you haven't tried the chicken noodle soup, try it.
Particularly in cold weather.
Yeah, I know. So let's make a sandwich. So we're going to make a grilled cheese sandwich. Now that's new for Druxy's, right?
Yes, it is.
So, what do we do? Like, what do we do?
Well, the idea behind the grilled cheese was we had a store in one of our malls, popular mall, where the landlord wouldn't allow us to sell bagels, which didn't make any sense to us. A deli that couldn't sell bagels. And so we said, what do we do? We said, we've got 11 varieties of bread, let's do toast.
Right.
And let's do grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is an old standby, it's a comfort food. Everyone did it on Wonder Bread with,
Love it, yeah.
with processed cheese. And now we do it on all varieties of bread. Hull is my favorite, and we've got cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese, Havarti, brie, Gouda cheese that's lactose-free. We even have gluten-free breads that we can use for it. And we just make it different and add any of the vegetables or any of the meats that you can think of and make gourmet grilled cheese out of it.
Amazing, amazing. Now, are we going to make one?
Sure,
Let's
you
make
can.
one. Okay, I'll make it. Okay,
I can slice the bread for you.
It's easy though, right?
Oh, it's a piece of cake.
So this is challah?
This is challah, yeah, an egg bread.
It's an egg bread, right? Yeah. Yum.
So you'll start with the bread.
Okay.
And then pick a cheese that you want to put on it, and we'll go from there.
You know what? I'm going to go the traditional route. I'm going to do the cheddar.
Okay, a couple slices of the cheddar.
A couple slices of cheddar.
And then pick a meat. My favorite would be salami, but you can go with anything, bacon if you want, and tomato would be a standard.
Let's do bacon. Bacon, yeah. Yum, yum. Yum, yum.
Keep
Okay,
going.
Throw it.
Throw some tomato on. Is
Tomato.
always good. And if there's anything else you like cucumber, that we can throw that on.
Yeah, maybe, really?
Oh, why not? Go crazy.
We'll do that. And then, maybe an onion. No, but they'll hate me for this.
Just as long
Everybody
as
will hate me.
no one can smell your breath on air. You're all right. So all we do is just put a little bit of, put on the wrong side. The butter we'll do on the outsides here.
Oh, so you do it on both, so you butter both sides.
Oh, wait. So you have to grill it. We'll put this on the grill, put a little more butter on the top of it just so it grills nicely.
Now do you actually grill? Like so?
Yes,
do you,
we have grills in all the stores.
so people do it themselves?
No,
Or you'll do it for us.
Yeah,
okay.
they just choose what they want on it. Unfortunately, it'll take 2.5 minutes or so to grill. But
Okay, perfect. So just leave it like that.
yeah.
Perfect.
Cheese will melt, it'll warm up, it'll be nice and crispy and be an enjoyable snack. Now, we started with this in breakfast.
Right.
And it became a lower cost item for lunch for those that want something smaller or can't afford a sandwich. And then we also now are doing it for snack food in the afternoon because it's a real comfort food and people are finding it's just a perfect light little meal to have in the mid-afternoon to keep them going.
Well, what I like about especially your selection of breads, because everyone's thinking, how do I be healthy? How do I eat healthier? And you've always been doing that, right? So you've always encouraged healthy eating. I mean, my bacon and cheese, maybe not the healthiest, but it's awfully good. It's going to be yummy. But talk to us about some of these breads that you do carry.
Some of the best breads are the multi-grain. We have 10 grains in it, and it's very healthy.
Right.
But recently, we just got into a whole line of gluten-free breads because a lot of people are finding, almost most people find a problem with gluten in their food. So we found a wonderful bakery in London called Organic Works.
Oh, wow.
And they they have 3 types of breads for us that we use. It's very difficult to deal with it because you got to keep the gluten dust and stuff out of it. But we do our best and work with the customers and give it as an option. Recently we added the challah egg bread, which is a wonderful bread. And my favorite is the caraway rye. And it's particularly flavorful.
And these are healthy breads, right? Like, I mean, these are
Well,
all
there's no
pretty
preservatives.
healthy, right?
They're all fresh. We get our breads from Silverstein Bakery.
Nice.
And now we're slicing them to order, so they're particularly fresh, rather than using pre-sliced breads like you'd get out of a grocery store. We slice it to order. If they want thicker or thinner.
Oh, so you can even choose the size of the bread, how much
If you want it really thick, Texas thick, or just thin, we can do it that way as well.
Well, I love that because it's, again, customization, right? So, like, you can, because a lot of stores or a lot of, restaurants or delis or whatever you go, it's really, you get what you get, right? You get the choice of bread and maybe the meat. You actually get to build the whole
Our
thing.
feeling is that rather than make a sandwich that I like, I'd rather make a sandwich that you like.
That's exactly,
That's no different than at home, except we just got a lot more ingredients. You don't have to buy them all and have them all sitting there in the fridge.
Wow, well, now you're all through the GTA, right? Toronto, you're all over the
Exactly.
place, right? So yeah, like if we want to find the closest Druxies, we would go to your website.
www.druxies.com.
Very, very
Be
good.
there.
How's my sandwich doing?
Well, I think you got a few more minutes. We're getting close.
Yeah,
we got a little bit more to do.
very, very nice. Very, very nice. So you're Druxerman, so I'm assuming this is your baby, right?
My
So
brother
it's a fit.
started it, and my other brother, Harold, my brother Bruce started it, and Harold and I joined about 2 years after it started.
Wow.
And we each have different functions, and we even have a few of the kids starting to get involved.
Oh, terrific, terrific. So they want to be part of the company now?
Some do, some don't. It's tough to support too many families, but we're working on it.
Yeah, because that can get crazy, right?
Oh, yes, it can.
Amazing, amazing. Now, what other things are you doing at Druxies aside from just sandwiches?
I think that the big thing that we've always done is the smoked meat, which is this sandwich here.
Amazing.
And that's on the caraway rye with just mustard, and that's the old standby that everyone would have. But the big change is shown in this sandwich is just the turkey, but all the toppings that you've got on there. And
Look
you
at
just
this
serve.
sandwich. This is like,
really
how do you even fit that in your mouth?
Well, the fun part is having the customers assemble them, and we'll usually joke with them when they get a particularly good one like this that you can't have it. We'll eat it ourselves.
Amazing.
I think we're getting
Amazing.
close.
Yeah,
here. I think we're in good shape.
I think she's done.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, flip it open for you.
Ah, thank you very much. Okay.
A little warm.
That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. For more information, please go to druxies.com. For this recipe and many more, visit our website at rogerstv.com/daytimetoronto. Very, very yummy.
Hey, la, la, yeah, yeah.
welcome back to the show. Sorry if I've got onion breath, but that sandwich was really, really yummy.
Look delicious.
With me today is director Trevor Schwellnus from Aluna Theater's new production, Nahaya Concepa, and actor Carlos Gonzalez Vial.
Yes.
Boy, really tongue twisters.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Now, I'm sure I did not get the name of the play right. Nahaya Concepa?
You're very close. No Quien Sepa.
Nahaya Concepa. What does that mean?
No one knows is the translation in English.
No one knows.
Yeah.
So let's first talk about the Aluna Theater a little bit. So, first of all, where is the Aluna Theater?
We're an independent theater company in Toronto, so we produce our plays in a variety of houses. This production is happening at the Theatre Centre, which is in the Great Hall at Queen Street West and Dovercourt.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's a great place.
Yeah, it's a
beautiful
fabulous building, yeah.
Yeah, now the Aluna Theater, from what I understand, you can actually submit, like if you're an actor or if you have a great idea for a play, you can actually submit. You have an actual program that happens where you can submit ideas and things as part of your.
We do accept submissions. Yes, the company was founded by my partner Beatriz Pisano.
Okay.
Almost 10 years ago now, and her goal was, she is a Colombian Canadian, and there was no work for her as a performer, writer, director. It was very difficult for her to find things. And so as Aluna's mandate is. Now we don't look like it, but the focus is Latin American and women.
Oh, you can pull it off, but
Yeah, and
Let's straddle the line a little bit.
and so that's the focus for the kind of work we're looking to do.
so Latin based. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the play Nahaya Concepa. I'm totally screwed.
You're getting there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So what Carlos? What is it about?
It's about it's the situation in Colombia. There's been a conflict happening there for almost half a century now, and it's a society that lives on the fringes of violence, and it's a society that has to deal with the death of many strangers that form its population, and the resilience of the people. For me, I think for a lot of us in the show, it's about the resilience of the society that has to constantly deal with needless violence and needless death, and how do you process that and still find the joys of life, which, as I found out for the first time, we took the show to Colombia in November, and it's really incredible. These people have lived, most of them, their entire lives in a civil war, but they find laughter in everyday life. They find the beauty of their own culture and the culture of everybody else that comes, and we were really well received and well treated, and really people were very grateful that a Canadian company was investigating the situation that happens, that a lot of people in Canada may not know that there's a conflict to begin with.
Actually, for most people, they probably don't. Right?
Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah.
Now that's part. So the emphasis on the play, though, is it that, or is it's on, because you're talking about death quite a bit. And
Well, we're talking about the question that was raised by Trevor and the company in general was, how does one deal with the death of a stranger? Coming from a society that we're not used to that idea, we have certain traditions and certain ideals around how you mourn the death of a stranger, but it's not something that we're used to doing here. So it is about, it's certainly about death, but it's also about how one processes life, and with imminent death being all around you. So it's a visual sort of journey with many multimedia and a lot of choreographed dance, some beautiful sound scores by our sound designer as well. So it's mostly translated through dance, is it? Or is it a combination of? I wouldn't say that. I think it's both.
We really tried to create an integrated work. One of our lines into creating this piece was to bring multimedia onto the stage in a way that we haven't been able to before. We've worked with a lot of scripts before, and when you bring video on stage and you write it into a script,
we've got a clip playing.
Great! It's kind of unpredictable to see what's going to happen, and